First, I need to welcome a couple of guests on couch who are no strangers to Perth nor Adelaide or Australia. They are from Big Brother. We've got Susannah and we've got Thomas. Give them a round of applause.
I thought you weren't sharing with your viewers which of the Big Brother housemates were going to be on today in case they switched off.
Well, no, I had to tell them because you guys it's a secret. It's the hottest secret in town.
Oh, it's not a secret anymore.
No, that you two are together.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think the cat's out of the bag, mate.
Yeah. I did telethon with you guys in Slim a couple of weeks ago, and we did a fantastic thing there, $6.5 million, nearly $7 million for young kids. But you guys were there doing your part.
Yep.
How hard has it been since leaving the Big Brother house just to get back into normal life?
I don't even think we're in normal life at the moment.
Any time
Not
for
even
yourself
close.
Yet?
Not even close to normal life. A lot of people have gotten back into their normal routines. People like Andrew and Hayley, they've gone straight back to their jobs. Travis has gone straight back to his job. But
I didn't want to go back to my job.
Susanna and I
What do you do? Can you tell us? I know you were a real estate
I was a real estate agent before, and
I was a fraud analyst.
For a bank? Or?
Yeah, for one of the major banks.
Great.
Yeah.
It's completely different to what you guys are doing in the media.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and we both really enjoy the media life, and sort of being on Big Brother has opened that up for us and shown us, you know, the fun that it is behind the camera and on the radio and those sorts of things.
Now, in the house, you guys weren't lovers, but you sort of had a liking for each other. Is that right, Susannah?
Definitely.
So why didn't you make a move in the house? Or was it there and we never saw it?
It was there, and strangely enough, it wasn't shown. I mean, there was nothing actually happened.
Did you ask why they don't show all the bits that are important?
I don't know. We probably should ask them, because I was really thinking that, you know, it was going to be made a big deal of.
I think they're
really
looking for more obvious signs.
Yeah.
They're not into subtlety at all.
You didn't do any of the under the blanket thing?
No.
Oh, God, we didn't even hold hands, really. Like,
no dancing doona.
Yeah.
So how do you talk to each other knowing that the cameras are there? Is it hard, or do you just ignore them?
Very difficult. You try and talk in code, and I've watched some of my stuff back now. It is terrible. You know, you're trying to be subtle, you're trying to whisper, you're trying to say, so...
Do you like the way I'm behaving towards you, Susannah?
I felt like I needed a little piece of notebook paper and a pen. Can you check the box? Do you like me as more than friends?
You
can't do anything like that.
And what do you think of Big Brother? Was he as bad as he was? Because I used to see him. He was quite tough this year. Did you feel that as well in the house, or did we only see what we wanted to see?
I felt he was pretty tough. But the thing about it made it really hard was it was very inconsistent. Sometimes you'd hum one or two bars of a song and you'd get fined straight away.
Commercial music law.
Other times you could, you know,
get away with it.
Sing your hearts out.
Can I ask what was the worst punishment that you two had to do? Did you ever get into trouble? What about you, Tom?
You got into trouble because of me, I think.
I did. I foolishly tried to impress her by taking some pods out of the rewards room. So some chocolates out of the rewards room, sneaking them back into my little, you know, chest of drawers, and then made a mistake. I told Susannah about them. So one night when she's drunk and we're all sort of, you know, having a few beers, she's gone in there, walked out, eating them, you know, being very unsubtle about it, and all of a sudden Big Brother calls me up and punishes me. I had to actually separate the staples. You take a row of staples and had to separate those with my hands for about 4 hours.
The hair removal, when you had to separate the colour of hair?
See, the colour of hair would have been a bit tedious.
In a hot room.
Yeah.
I felt so guilty, though. I sat there by the window just going, do I go in and admit and confess? And in the end, Big Brother called me in and sort of said, what's going on, Susan? I was like, I don't want to say, but... Yeah.
Can I ask, because a lot of people on the outside obviously either liked you or hated you. When you left the house, do you cop a lot of flack from people who see you as a character, or do they see you as real people? Definitely.
For me, they classed me as a princess, not doing any work, or, you know, no housework, not helping around the house. And I felt that I was helping out. I felt that the night of Alicia's 21st birthday, I stayed up for about 4 hours after everyone else went to bed, cleaning up. They don't show that. And so they definitely do like to have their characters. But for me, when I got out of the house, I was actually quite relieved that they weren't making a big deal of the Thomas situation, because I was sort of in panic mode, and that they'd said that this is what I was instead, because I felt they could have made me out to be a really bad guy.
So what would you say was the good thing? What was the best thing about being on Big Brother?
You better say me.
Besides the obvious of meeting Susannah. For me,
do it again?
Definitely. It was the realisation that you can't please everybody. I used to really struggle with trying to make absolutely everybody happy, and I when I got out of the house, there was a lot of people that absolutely hated you for being in there and what you were portrayed as. And then lots of people that really loved you for it as well. And you realise, well, you know, you can't ever make everybody happy. No matter what your actions are, someone's going to be unhappy with it.
Yeah, you just have to accept yourself, I think.
And it gives you a lot of comfort in doing that.
Susannah?
Well, I walked into the house with this whole 30 is the new 20 thing. I was having a bit of a quarter-life crisis. I absolutely hated my job. I was in quite a lot of debt and was sort of forced to work in a role that I no longer enjoying so that I could pay my way. Living in quite an expensive suburb in Melbourne and, you know, living on my own. Living behind Chapel Street where I do like to spend money on clothes as well. And, you know, unhappy with the relationships I was having with my family, with my father in particular. I hadn't been close to him in many years. Just a lot of issues I went into the house with. And I think the Big Brother experience has given me the opportunity to clear out the cobwebs. Like, my father is now, you know, a lot closer to me. We've been in contact and I've seen him a couple of times. I guess because
you can be yourself in the house and the family sees you as nobody else, well, they've never seen you before.
Well, we're not on our best behaviour.
You're not ever completely honest with anybody. I mean, anyone who's actually completely honest with their parents about who they really are and to all of their friends, when you get out, you feel like you've been cleansed of any sins or anything like that at all, because everybody knows your absolute darkest secrets.
Especially when you don't wear a lot of clothes as well. So I wasn't going to touch on that, but I thought a lot of people said to me, I didn't recognise him with his clothes on.
Yes.
And do you get that a lot? A lot of the girls and some of the men, I assume.
Actually, I do, which is kind of surprising.
Because I cop that a lot.
I know. I mean, people get us mistaken quite often. People come up to me in the streets and say, "Hey, Fred,
got their numbers?
Love."
No, look, where to from now? Because I know we're running out of time. You guys are together. You're moving to Melbourne, I believe. Is that true?
Well, I'd like to think so.
Well, you are now that I've said it. Yeah. Do you want to stay in Perth, Thomas?
I'd love to stay in Perth. Right now, it's mostly about finding work. And obviously, Melbourne and Sydney have a bigger industry over there, so it's more likely. But really, we'd settle anywhere.
I reckon try 92.9. They're looking for a breakfast crew.
Well, there you
never know. You might pick up a job with them.
Hey, we'd love that.
What about yourself, Susannah? Where would you like to be?
Well, I've signed a 12-month contract with Zoo Weekly and FHM, so I'm working with them quite a bit.
Excellent.
And I was on a cover a couple of weeks ago. But I would probably like to get into something more media-related rather than just being, you know, a poster girl. So I think, I don't know, it just really depends on where the work is at. Will be where we live.
Well, good luck with it. Thank you for popping in and chilling out on the couch with us today.
It's been our pleasure.
A round of applause to Susannah and to Thomas. And we'd love for them to stick around in Perth because we'd love to have them back because I reckon they could do a lot of telling of stories for us. I want to know about Gretel next time you come in. Thank you very much.